just have a quick thing to drop for my ladies. Yeah, and this is because of some interaction I had earlier today. I was chatting a friend. I told her that I have this sister who is searching, and if she knows any, good man out there, because these days it appears that good men are hard to find. She should just ping me, and I have someone that is searching, and I promised her that I was going to be on the lookout. So the first question she asked me was, what kind of person is she? Is she born again? And I was kind of taken aback. And this is not the first time I'm hearing this kind of question. There was another young man I tried to connect with someone, and he started asking me, is she a believer? Is she born again? And this is the reason I want to make this quick video. If you're watching me and you're one of these people asking these questions, I tell you that there's a very high chance that you're likely going to make a mistake in your search of a spouse, be it a male or a female, because the last time I checked, a lot of these so-called Christian marriages are the ones that are not doing well. Okay. Someone is going to ask me now, am I saying that people should stop marrying Christians? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I don't think that that's the first question you should be asking about someone you're thinking of settling down with, because there are a whole lot of issues, a whole lot of things you should be looking out for beyond the fact that whether he is born again, whether he's a believer, and all of those things that we're asking. I've been married now for at least 12 years, and I'm telling you, all that we've been doing all these years is not the reason we're still together, has nothing to do with whether he's a believer or whether I'm a believer or whether I'm born again or whether he's born again, because they come in the marriage world. The things that we're doing there has nothing to do with believer or not believer. It has everything to do with the value system of the persons involved, and the way we're thinking. Because if you are honest to yourself or honest with yourselves, if you're a married person watching me today, you would agree with me that yes, you might be married to a believer, but there are conversations that you need to have between you and your spouse, that the topic there has nothing to do with whether you're a believer or not believer. Let me give a typical example. So right now, my son, he's 11, and we're preparing him for some exams. He's going to be writing one exam today, exams that should prepare him for the next class, which is grade 7. That he'll be going into that JS1 in Nigeria. So that's conversation between me and my husband. There is nothing believer or not believer about it. There is nothing born again or not born again about it. We need to do we need to research schools. We need to agree on the kind of schools that we want him to attend. We need to look at his abilities and the things that his career path. There is nothing believer there. So for me to be able to have for us to have a very good, come up with a very good decision on that, this requires two matured adults who, are thinking properly, who understand what they really want for themselves and what they also want for their children. There are some basic things that we need to have in place as adults to enable us make these decisions. So these are some of the things you need to be looking out for. Like I also said to you in the video I made yesterday, you could be interacting with someone who is not at the same intellectual level as you, and that's a very big problem. And whether you're a believer or non-believer, or a Christian or non-Christian, or born again or non-born again, is not a conversation at that point. So you see what I mean? So if you are that person, you're always thinking about, are they believers? Are they unbeliever? You're going to possibly make a wrong choice, because a lot of so-called believers who are living together are struggling in a whole lot of areas, and their marriages are not so wonderful. So it tells me that that approach is totally flawed if those are the things that we're looking at in order to make a decision, a marital decision. Yeah. So I just said to bring that in. There's so many things, and I will encourage you. There's so many books out there that you can read. One of the books I read some years ago was a book written by Bimbo Odukoya, late Bimbo Odukoya, where she took her time. Yeah, Bimbo is a Christian. Yeah, but there's so many things that she outlined in that book. I don't remember the title, sorry about that. But I know that if you search for it online or in the market, you definitely find it, something about choosing a partner and all that. Yeah. So there's so many things and factors that you need to put in place beyond, is he born again? Is she not born again? Is he a believer, or is he not a believer? So I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about what I've said so far? Do you think that, people should go looking for, the first question or the first thing that anybody should be looking for in a partner is whether they are born again or not born again? Because honestly, those terminologies don't really make any sense to me in today's world, because I mean, we've moved on from those conversations. You and I know what's happening in the churches today, and so-called believers, you know they're really nothing to write home about. So let me read from you. What do you have to say about everything I've shared today? I'm waiting to read from you. Bye.